but he's very dangerous when he's a big scorer. He's just, does he have the killer instinct? His wife, Veronica, was telling me last night that he's too nice a guy. He needs to get a bit angry, a bit nasty up on stage.
Give it a few growls, a few fist pumps. He took out a couple of big scalps here last year in Gibraltar. He beat Justin Pipe and Mervyn King before being beaten by Steve Beaton 6-5 in the third round. So that was a game which, again, Hendo narrowly lost. The winner of this one set to meet Jamie Caven tomorrow afternoon. Jamie had a very good run in Austria last weekend, making it all the way to the final.
Yeah, absolutely scintillating stuff from Jamie Caven last weekend. 4 ton-plus finishes in his win over Stephen Bunting. Beat Phil Taylor as well, so Caven awaits the winner of this one, and John Henderson has the advantage of throwing first, and straight away he's into that treble 20. He couldn't follow it with a second dart or the third. Oh, Matt Clark straight in the treble 20 as well, and with a second. I thought we were going to start off with a maximum. We did see Vincent van der Voort last weekend start off his tournament in the very first leg, went 8 darts into a 9-darter and missed the double 12. What way to announce yourself in that tournament. Of course, it then goes on to win it. So maybe if you pay attention closely, you might see a little clue today as to who may be here Sunday night lifting the trophy.
Yeah, it's great to see Vincent back on form. He's taken on Kevin Painter. That should be a good eat later on today.
Well, here we go, Big John Henderson looking to fill it up for the first maximum of the match. It is just a ton 40.
And there you got a good view of that rocking motion to which we refer.
Well, he had a real chance there, Matt Clark. He left himself a bogey. I mean, that's poor play. He should have perhaps come down for the 19s. He had a real chance on the Hendo throw, and suddenly those 2 trebles have swung the advantage back the other way to the big Scotsman.
So on for a potential 14-darter to kick off the match. Really needs a big treble and can't find one, Matt Clark. So
it's a shocking couple of visits from Matt Clark there. Oh, and Hendo looking to polish this off. Beautiful stuff. The man from Huntley goes 1-0 up, holds his throw. He was under pressure in that leg for a while, but as Clark crumbled, Hendo just surged away from him.
And Matt Clark looking to make his way back up after bursting into the world's top 32 around about 7 or 8 years ago. Reached a world match play quarter-final, but had to go back to Q School in 2012 to win back his tour card. He's been playing on the Players' Championship and the Challenge Tour, making a Challenge Tour final in April, where he lost to Colin Fowler.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Matt Clark on the European Tour this year. Is Hendo looking to fill it up. And again, has to settle for a ton 40. Saw Hendo go through to the quarterfinals at the German Darts Masters. That was in Hildesheim. Took some big scalps as well. He started off beating Steve High, and then he had Peter Wright, beat Simon Whitlock with 106 average. It was only Adrian Lewis who managed to stop him.
Yes, he really was on fire that weekend, Hendo. And he's peppering that treble 20 bed with regularity here. In the opening exchanges of this first round tie at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy.
Yeah, and he's got the advantage here on the Matt Clark throw. Only surprised we haven't seen a 180 from Hendo yet, because there's been 3 or 4 occasions now where his first 2 darts have gone in the treble 20 and you're just expecting him to fill it up. But his ton 40s have been enough to get him in this position, and a ton 40 here. Oh, well, he's not stayed straight. He's not happy with that. He may come down for the bullseye. Yeah, he does. So a ton leaves him on double top for a 13 dart leg and for a break, because Matt Clark, you ain't going to go out on 216. Not unless you're throwing a hedgehog.
60. Judge required 40.
And for a 2-0 lead then, double top. Double 10. Oh, just inside. Double 5. And gets it. Eventually. For a 2-0 lead here. And a break of throw.
Yeah, well, he did attack all of those. There was no sort of messing about, trying to give himself a good mark on the outside. He went at them. The danger, of course, from that is you miss inside, you end up chasing doubles all over the board, but got the job done, Hendo.
And last weekend, Rod Harrington was quite taken by Hendo's battered flights. They look vintage style, the thick flights. Maybe we can have a whip round to buy him a new set, or maybe there's some superstition or something there that he's going to carry on using them.
Yeah, they have taken a beating. They really have. And that treble 20's taken a beating as well. Oh, well, once again, Hendo puts the first two in and can't find it with a third, but I think he's showing enough to suggest we may see a couple from him in this match.
Whereas I quite like these translucent flights that Matt Clark's using.
Minimalist.
Quite handy if you need to see the target, I suppose, with them being see-through. Oh dear, Hendo.
26.
Well, a mistake from Hendo, and that leaves the door open for Matt Clark to gain the upper hand in this leg on the Henderson throw. Not sure what Hendo just said to himself at the back of the stage there, but I don't think he was complimentary about his own visit to the board just then.
91. That you require 170.
Well, 6 darts from here because Hendo's left himself a bogey. It's a good first dart from Matt Clark. You would think he could use it. He does.
100.
Interesting decision to stay there. He must have liked the lie. It would have left him 30, which nobody particularly likes, but he fancied the lie, fancied getting another treble. He didn't get it in the end. However, Hendo has not really applied a great deal of pressure, so Matt Clark to get his first leg on the board, and this would be a breaker throw.
And a potential 14 darter. So, double top then for a 15 darter. Can't do it.
And he only just snuck that 12 in there. He very nearly hit the 9. And Henderson has a chance. 419s is what he wanted. Well, 9 off, so that's 117 left. That ain't going to go. Back down from the 19s, all leaving tops. So Matt Clark, can he get his first leg on the board? Double top he wants. Double top he gets. 2-1. And Clark will be throwing to level the match.
Game on.
Yes, and that'll settle Matt, stopping the rot there. Against the throw. We'll need to now try and make advantage of throwing first if he can, and doesn't really do that.
Oh, Hendo back in there, a little red bit. Back in the heavy scoring that you know he can do. He has to settle for a ton in the end. He does just get his nose in front in this one.
And we're keeping Ross Bray busy this weekend. Up there calling and joining us in commentary.
Yeah, hardest working man in darts this weekend, Ross Bray.
60.
Well, just a 60 from Hendo. And those 140s we saw in the opening couple of legs have dried up a little bit.
Yes, it's yet to really catch a light, this leg.
60.
neither player really finding the groove.
A welcome return to a bit of the scoring prowess of John Henderson. Gets him back in front in this leg and puts pressure on Matt Clark to find a treble, and the first two not really close. Overcompensated with the third, and a bit of a scowl from Matt Clark as he retrieves his darts from the board. Because John Henderson is going to be the first to a finish, and it could be a very, very good one. Look at this, 120 off, 81 left. Came down for treble 19 for double 12. He'll have to settle for the single 19. But he's on a two-darter here, is Hendo. And this would be for another breaker throw to go 3-1 up. Throwing for a 4-1 lead if he can take this out. And Matt Clark's not applying a great deal of pressure. Not a great deal of pressure at all.
So treble 10 for double 16 would be the shot. 6, so 56, 16 for double top then for a 3-1 lead, Hendo. And gets it. Unconventional maybe, but does the job. And that two-leg advantage restored by the Scotsman.
Yeah, he wanted the treble 10, ended up hitting the 6. He was
45.
prepared to go for double top though. He was planning to go for double 16 originally, of course. But nails it, last dart in hand, and John Henderson is halfway to a place in the second round of a game against Jamie Caven. Now this is in the same section of the draw as Phil Taylor, the reigning champion here at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy. So it could potentially be a last 16 clash with Phil Taylor. But I tell you what, there's some serious talent in this little bit, because we've got Michael Smith, the bully boy, against the pie man Andy Smith. That's one of the games we've got today, one of the Picardy first round games. The winner of that one goes on to face Taylor. And then whoever comes through that little bit will face one of these two or Jamie Caven. So well, there's serious contenders in there.
Yes, quality right the way through, and we'll be bringing you all the action right throughout the rest of today, and then Saturday and Sunday across 2 sessions.
Well, he gets the treble he was after, Matt Clark, so he's right there with Hendo in this one.
Next up, we'll see one of the first of the host nation qualifiers, the 4 that made it through representing Gibraltar in the qualifiers last night, and that's Anthony Lopez taking on Daryl Gurney of England.
Oh, big score from Hendo here. Oh, it could be the first maximum of the match. Oh, deflects out of it. He needed something there though. Because Matt Clark's looking at Shanghai for a 15-dart leg and a breaker throw again. Well, he's going to have to come over the top of that to find the treble. Doesn't do so. He does well with the final dart, so he'll be coming back at double 10 if Hendo can't take this out. Well, has to stay straight here, 20 for tops. Oh, he nearly bust it. But he takes it out for the second leg running. John Henderson hits double top with his last dart in hand.
That was a whisker away from busting and hitting the treble 20 there, but Hendo kept his cool. And now plenty to think about for Matt Clark. He made his first appearance at the World Championships this year since 2010. Lost in the first round of Vincent van der Voort, did Matt Clark.
Yeah, Vincent, one of the guys we'll be seeing on the way later this evening, taking on Kevin Painter again. A fantastic looking first round clash. Vincent fresh from his win in Austria last weekend. There you go. 3 legs in 5 visits or fewer, 2 in 6 visits. Hendo's stolen a march on Matt Clark in this one. If he were to... Well, here comes Matt Clark. Look at this, first maximum. Matt Clark finds something. He needs it. He trails by 3. If Hendo can find another one of those, though. Look at that, Hendo down to a finish. Clark's on a bogey.
Yeah, it's a great shot by Hendo. And that 180 may be in vain for Matt Clark. Just looking to set it up. But Henderson wanting the Della. Won't do it now, so Clark will be back to stop the rot.
60.
Needing 68.
Matt requires 68.
So treble 20 for double 8, you would think. Double 4, rather. 48 now, so 8 or 16. 16 for double 16.
52.
This is inside, so John Henderson should get a dart here. He'll start on treble 18s. Oh, he's missed their big number. 74 left. It's got to be treble 14 for double 16. Well, no, he stayed on the 18s. That leaves him double 10.
58.
Missed it by quite a distance in the end, did Hendo there. So Matt Clark's got a chance to pull things back, hold his throw, make it 4-2.
That's a great marker for the double 8. Oh, just inside. Double 4 now. Oh, that one went inside as well. So John Henderson to go to within 1 leg of victory here. He wants double 10. Well, he's hit the big 6. Double 7 now. Awkward. Oh, very awkward. That was always the danger. Well, both of them are rather stumbling over the finishing line in this 6th leg.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of a mess. But Matt Clark won't mind too much because he managed to get on the right side. He had 180 in that leg as well. It was just a scrappy way of finishing it.
85.
Good last start from Hendo. Needed that treble.
Well, just the 43 from Matt Clark. And John Henderson is right in the treble 20. Still not seen a maximum from Hendo, which is odd. Into the 7th leg now. He's threatened to do so a number of occasions. Best we've seen John Henderson do at a major be the quarterfinals of the Grand Prix he's managed. And you see the stats there. Henderson 9-1-3-1 plus scores. And a number of those, the first 2 darts, have found the treble 20. He's not been able to follow it up with a 3rd. The only maximum we've seen from Matt Clark. But he's, despite that, he has outscored Clark. You can see in the first 9 averages there.
There's 1 win apiece between these two in previous meetings. Haven't met since last year, a European Tour qualifier which John won, and the year before that in 2012 Matt won a UK Open qualifier.
96.
So John down to a finish and Matt Clark unable to put too much pressure on it. That was good with the last dart, but John will have 6 darts from here to take out the 137. May only need the 3. No, he will be coming back.
97.
Well, he set that up perfectly, John Henderson. Matt Clark quite some way behind. Needs a big one just to apply some pressure. 1 treble was probably enough, though. That gives him to a decent finish, and 2 is superb. And all of a sudden, John Henderson is thinking, I've got to take this out. And that's a mile away. As is that.
30.
And I think he was getting further and further away with his darts there.
Incredible.
I'm just checking the score. I think Matt Clark may need 63 here.
I think it is 73. I think there was 74 written on the
I see.
sheet.
And 73 it gets. There you go.
Matt Clark.
Double top, and Matt Clark has got to break back. And all of a sudden, this game, well, it's on a knife edge. John Henderson missing darts to go 5-2 up there.
Game on.
And both players mopping their brows in the heat of Gibraltar. This sports centre at the Victoria Stadium, adjacent to the football stadium.
44.
The home of FIFA's newest member, Gibraltar, but sadly at the moment they're playing their home games elsewhere, usually in Portugal.
44.
But I know there are big plans to bring this stadium up to scratch and up to the level required for international football, and that'll be great to see.
John Henderson, can he find his first maximum of the match? Oh, once again we see him having to settle for the 140. But it does keep him neck and neck with Matt Clark in this leg. A leg that if Clark can hold his throat, he'll be level for the first time since they started.
Yeah, still plenty of twists and turns in this one, you feel. As Hendo looks again at a 140.
Well, it does get Matt Clark down to a finish, but it's a big one. And Hendo, oh, look at this. Sets it up absolutely wonderfully, and the pressure on Matt Clark to take out 151 is immense. We did see Hendo get nowhere near taking out 40 in the previous leg. He's got another shot at it here for a 5-3 lead. He missed high, low, wide, all kinds of stuff in the last leg. That's no marker, but the second dart is there, and there's almost a snarl from Hendo.
And well, that big score to leave him that double top was a pressure shot just at the right time from Henderson, and now has darts in hand, throwing first.
36.
Needing just one more leg for victory.
It's fair to say John Henderson hasn't started this leg as he would have liked. And Matt Clark has punished him. Already 100 points ahead. Well, 76 scored in 6 darts. In a game where you're thrown for the match. Hendo seems determined to drag this one out a little bit.
97.
Wanting to give the crowd their money's worth, maybe. I'm sure not. I'm sure he doesn't want to prolong it any more than he needs to. He wants to get off the stage and prepare for a match against the number 12 seed Jamie Caven.
Well, we did see Jian Artuk come from 5-3 down in the previous game. Came back and beat Ben Ward 6-5. It was a game where he was
45.
very nearly 4-0 down, Jian. He literally just walked past our commentary position here, giving a puff of the cheeks as if to say, that wasn't brilliant, but I'll count myself a bit fortunate to be in the next round.
59.
So there's certainly hope for Matt Clark, particularly with this leg for John Henderson. 12 darts thrown, he's only scored 181.
Yes, GNR Tut up against Kim Huybrecht, second on stage tomorrow afternoon. As the second round action gets underway here.
Well, John Henderson for the maximum, and again.
121.
It's just puzzling how we've not seen one from the big man. So Matt Clark, 125. Which way is he going to go with this? Well, it's 45. I thought it might have been treble 15 tops would have been a fancy one. I think he was going for the treble 20 for double 10, but
yes,
sets it up very nicely. And John Henderson, what can he do in applying the pressure? Oh, he can apply some. And so if Matt Clark doesn't take this double top out, John Henderson could be coming back with matched darts. But take it out he does. 16 dart leg, and Matt Clark continues to fight. Continues to give himself a chance of making it through to the second round here in Gibraltar.
and this to take us to a decider. And the initiative you had since with Matt Clark.
And starting this leg off strongly as well. Now Henderson will have the security of throwing first in the final leg, but you saw in the previous leg that meant absolutely nothing because he had a shocker. But he's responded very well there. 140s for both players at the start of this 10th leg. Will it be the final one of the match, or are we going all the way to another 11th leg decider?
Clark's won 3 of the last 4 legs. And it really is nicely poised, this one. We've seen wins already today by Adam Hunt, James Hubbard, Benito van der Pas from the Netherlands, whitewashing Antonio Alsina 6-0. And then an 11-leg decider in the last match on stage. GNR took just edging out Ben Ward, as we mentioned. And could this one go all the way as well? It's looking that way at the moment.
Yeah, well, Clark knows he's got 6 darts from here, minimum. I don't think... Well, one treble certainly gives him a chance of taking out 116, but if John Henderson can set this up, he sat on a 2-darter, or even better, sat on a double. That's a great dart.
He's been so good at hitting a big shot just when his opponent is poised on a finish, as Hendo.
Is Matt Clark going to get a dart here? Or is John Henderson? No, he's not. And John Henderson should at least get a dart at the bullseye for the match. Clark just taking a moment to figure out what he's got to go.
54.
So John Henderson, treble 18 for double 16. 18 for bull. Hit the 18. Doesn't get the bullseye. A match dart goes begging.
And Matt Clark then to take us to a decider. Treble 10 for double 16. So 52. 12 for double top for 5 apiece.
22.
Anguish on the face of Matt Clark. He wasn't far off, but it may be the final dart he throws here in Gibraltar, because John Henderson is going to get 2 more match darts, as long as he hits the big number here. Well, he's hit the 3, so he's going to get 2 match darts if he goes straight for double 17, but what a mess. He wanted 17 for double 10. They often say that big number's the hardest part. It's not the double he wanted. Is it the double he can hit? Oh, he's missed it inside by an absolute mile as well. I don't even understand that dart.
Well, his sight's well out there.
Well, 2 match darts, 1 at the bull, 1 at double 17. Neither of those are the ones you'd want to win the match. But Matt Clark to take us to a decider. Oh, that's not missed by much. Oh, neither's that.
30.
But Matt Clark Well, he's had his chances in this leg. He'll feel he should have taken it to a decider, but John Henderson is looking at double 4 now. Oh, he's bent the wire. He's missed inside. But the last one is there, and John Henderson. Well, it's a big sigh of relief from the big man. He missed 4 match darts, but he stumbles over the line in the end. A 6-4 victory over Matt